Have you ever heard of a living will? It's an important document where you can specify what care and treatment you would want in case you're no longer able to make decisions about your own health. You make these decisions ahead of time while you're still capable of understanding their consequences. The Régie de l'Assurance Maladie du Québec, the RAMQ, has created a centralized directory where you can draft just such a document. And it's called an Advanced Medical Directive. It's made available to your doctors and caregivers in our healthcare system. Si vous préférez regarder cette vidéo en français, j'ai mis le lien pour ma chaîne YouTube Vos Finances ci-dessous. If you've watched my videos since the beginning, you may have seen the series I did on the importance of having a will, a mandate, and a power of attorney. If you haven't, here's a quick recap on the difference between these documents. A power of attorney is a document through which you delegate authority to someone else to sign legal documents on your behalf. A power of attorney is only valid so long as you're of sound mind and capable of revoking it. As soon as you're no longer able to make decisions for yourself, a power of attorney isn't valid anymore. That's when your protection mandate comes into play. The protection mandate, which is also known as an enduring power of attorney outside of Quebec, lays out who you want to make decisions on your behalf when you're no longer capable of making them yourself. In that document, you name a mandatory to make decisions about your finances and health care. When you ultimately pass away, your protection mandate isn't valid anymore, and your will takes over. It becomes the guiding document to distribute your assets to your heirs. The concept of a living will and the new Advanced Medical Directive is essentially an extension of your mandate. Decisions about your healthcare in particular can be pretty heavy, and your mandatory may have to face challenges from other family members who don't agree with their decisions. It can put your mandatory in a really tough position. The Advanced Medical Directive provides your mandatory and your doctors with more specific guidance about the treatments you would and wouldn't want to receive. These instructions are held in a central registry that all doctors can access. So if you were to arrive at the hospital and your mandatory or next of kin weren't available to make these decisions about your health care, your doctors can refer to this directory for guidance on your preferences. Now, it's important to understand the context in which these decisions will be used. These directives only come into play if you're suffering from a serious or incurable medical condition in an end-of-life situation. In other words, if you're in a coma that's deemed irreversible, in a permanent vegetative state, or if you have severe dementia with no possibility of improvement. If you're in one of these situations and you aren't able to comprehend the treatment options and their consequences to decide for yourself, then your advanced medical directives take over. The types of treatment we're talking about here are whether you accept or refuse to have CPR administered, to have yourself hooked up to a ventilator, to have dialysis performed, or to be force-fed or hydrated. These decisions are serious and deserve reflection. You should discuss them with your spouse and/or your mandatory, assuming you've already drafted a protection mandate. Another important thing to note here is only you can revoke your advanced medical directives. If you do want to cancel them, they need to be formally revoked using a form provided by the government. Now, I always say that the best prescription for a successful estate plan is that there be no surprises. The advanced medical directives help to reduce uncertainty for your family and ensure that they have fewer reasons to disagree over your affairs. I hope you found this video useful, and please leave me your thoughts in the comments below so we can have a conversation. I'm Peter Guay, Portfolio Manager with PWL Capital in Montreal. Thanks for watching.